Welcome back, this is Danberg SC, and we're going to talk about ZvT openers. This is a Serral opener. The build order is in the comments section below, and I'm going to talk through my first way through it, so it's not going to be perfectly clean, but after that I'm just going to play it through 5 times in a row, so you can see how this works in motion. I'm going to try to do my best to be as detailed as possible with my first explanation. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. So this is a standard opener. It's 17 hatch, 18 gas, 17 pool. Your first Overlord is going to scout out towards your third base and then go across the map to the first position. Make sure all your drones are going on to the closest mineral patches. And then 13 Overlord, that is going to go scout the opposite side. So your first Overlord is going to go towards your third and across the map. Your 13 Overlord is going to go towards your other proxy location and out towards your main. This is just personal preference. You don't need to do this, but this is how I do it. And I catch proxies and I win. Okay, so set my camera locations. At 180 minerals, at 16 supply, we're going to pull one worker off the line and send it down to our natural. And we're going to hold here. We're not going to make this larva into a worker, because as soon as we get here, we should be at 300 minerals. The drop lines up very nice. Now, drone up, 18.
We need more money.
And 17 is rallied out to your gas, 18 is rallied out to the pool. Now this is when you're checking, am I getting proxied? You should see a barracks down here if you're getting proxied or not. Or over here. So gas, pool goes down right before 113. That's what you want. Now you're going to slowly fill your gas, and what we're going to make sure now is that all of our mineral lines are perfectly saturated. Like you can see, this guy has 3 on that mineral line. I want him to go over here instead. And what you should really be thinking is filling up these closer points first. Now, we've got 3 in gas coming. We're going to skip the 19 Overlord that we usually do, and we're going to go right up to 21. So skip the Overlord. No 19 Overlord on this. Skipping it. Going up to 21. Now, next point is 52 gas. At 52 gas, here's your next action. Take drone to the natural. Drone to the third. Start 2 queens, 2 lings. Now we wait. Now, the Reaper has not showed up yet. The Reaper's going to show up after you take your third. So we're delaying our Zergling speed, and we're getting a quick third at 27 supply. This shows up right as you get 300 minerals. Immediately an Overlord after this, because you skipped the 19 Overlord. You have to take it now. This is when the Reaper shows up. So you should have your third down already before the Reaper shows up. You're just delaying Zergling speed by about 30 seconds. Now, you're doing your micro, you drone up to 28, and as soon as you have 100 gas, you have your finger held down on the Zergling button, Zergling speed to get it. Drone up to 31, inject, creep tumor, bring both your queens down. At 31, you're going to get a new queen on your natural. You're going to get an Overlord. As soon as that, it's going to go to its drop area. And now you're going to drone up to 36. This is when you're going to see if he's expanding or not. This is when you get your first scout. Before 36 supply. This is when you decide, do I stop making workers and prepare for an all-in or not? 36 supply, you're going to do creep spread, you're going to get 1 Overlord, and then you're going to get 1 more tumor, and then you're send your queens, inject once, send your queens down to your last base. At 36 supply, send 2 back into gas, and then you're going to make a queen at your natural.
A new queen has emerged.
This is going to draw up to 44, and then your third should be finished right as you hit 44 supply. Queen immediately. You're going to get another Overlord, and then you're going to get another set of lings. At 44, you're going to send 1 ling out to the attack path, 1 out to his third base, and your 4 lings stay home to clean up the Reaper if it's still alive. Now, we drone. So you're going to finish saturating your natural. Everything comes down to your third. Make sure you're injecting. Make sure you are spreading your creep. And you're going to drone up to 44 supply. Okay, so I went a little bit over, no problem. So at 44 supply, you've got queens. Send all your queens down. You're going to get another queen. Overlord starts. And you're going to drone. You're going to get 3 lings. Then you've got another queen finishing here. So these are your creep queens from now on. Replace that queen, Overlord, and then you're going to drone up to 66. At 66, you're going to get 3 Overlords. 1, 2, 3. And now we just hold down the drone key until we're at 51 workers. So this is right about when Hellions should be showing up at your base. You've got queens down by your third to protect it, and you've got lings up at your natural to help defend it as well. Keep creep spreading. As soon as the queen is finished, inject, start your lair, Evolution Chamber, Baneling Nest, replace those 3 workers, keep droning until you're at 55. Now, if you don't have, if you know what they're doing, you can usually skip this step, but just to show we can still afford to get spines or spores, I'm going to put a spore at each base. Now, let's say that we're safe. We're going to rally back all of our main hatcheries to the mineral line that they're in charge of, and we're going to open the gas as we oversaturate the mineral lines. When these 2 are done, getting a little bit lag, when these 2 are done, as soon as evos are done, +1 attack, and then as soon as we have the money, we're going to get +1 baneling speed. We shouldn't be making any drones, any Zerglings right now. We should just be droning. Just be droning is what we should be doing.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Unacceptable command.
Just doing some creep spread really quick.
Not enough.
6 minutes. Right as we get this, the next 100 gas is going to go into a Hydralisk then, or a Spire, or whatever you want it to be. The world is your oyster. As soon as you're oversaturated them at 68 workers, as soon as you have 66 workers, take your 3rd base. And then we're going to go a couple Overlords, and we are ready to start this game. So this is the opener that Serral does. I'll go into Hydralisk then, I'll get some baneling speed, I'm going to get 1 scout out, and now we just start slamming out workers. So if we're doing this properly, I'll show you I can probably max out for 9 minutes with Lingbane Hydra. I've got 75 workers. You can usually stop at 66.
Need more energy.
Some macro hatches.
Whoa.
We're going to start both of our Hydralisk upgrades. Make sure you're injecting. Make sure you're injecting. Make sure you're spreading creep where it needs to be spread.
Not enough energy.
Now, I go up to 15 Hydras.
In my day, we might.
Some more Hydras down here.
You have not enough.
And you always want to be sending out scouts, everything like that.
Need more energy.
So what I do, a little trick
Creative.
that I've seen Serral do, is when you're trying to count units, I have all of my stuff on hotkey 1. But as I'm counting new units, I put it on 2. So if I want Hydras, I have 11. I can just keep making them, and I don't need to keep count in my head. I just control click it and shift it on a 2. I know I have 14, 15, add it to control group 1. And now what I can do is I can send all my Lings down here, and if I want to, just send all my Hydras up towards the top. As soon as you have 15 Hydras, your 1-1 should be finished. So you start 2-2, Infestation Pit, and you're gonna get a 5th base. I didn't set the thing. 5th base. Now we're just gonna keep maxing out.
You need more mineral.
I'm taking a little bit of time talking, so you'll see it a little bit cleaner in the next games. But the first 5 minutes are what I have down in here,
Place that on creep.
in the comments below.
That field's been mined out.
Oops. Just click.
You have not enough.
We're just slamming out Lings. I'm not really worried about harassing right now. I'm just worrying about this build order, getting it muscle memory. I'm at 74 workers. You want to be at 74 or 75 for this build. One thing to do, if you're going Ling Bane, you can do 74 workers, but you don't need to saturate up to 8 gas. If you're going into Lurker or something like that afterwards, then you will want to do that. So as soon as your Infestations pit's done, right about 8:30, I'm a little bit late, start your start your hive, and get your, what is it called?
We require more minerals.
Whatever the glands is. Then I usually get 4 infestors,
You're at max supply.
but I've maxed out. Okay, so a little bit earlier. And I usually get 4 infestors there. So not the most perfect build because I'm talking through it. I'll play it again right here as we get through more and more. And what I'm gonna do is start up that, start up that.
Need more energy. You're engaging the opponent. Whoa. You need more energy, little guy.
More injects, more creep. That was a terrible creep tumor.
Evolution complete.
Maybe the worst creep tumor I've ever laid. And there we go. So that's it. Now I'm going to play it 5 more times just on repeat, and I'm not going to talk through this one. You can kind of see how I line things up based on the last one. But this is how Serral opens his stuff, and it is very, very strong against Terran. I'll try to do a little bit of chatting about the details of what I'm working on right now.
Good luck, have fun.
Nice click. Scout. Got my first drone.
We need more minerals. In my day, we mined 8 minerals at a time.
I'm on the spot here.
We require more minerals.
Try to put it towards all the close mineral patches first. I want to fill them up as soon as I can.
We require more overlords.
Set my camera locations. 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. Here. Here. 180 supply. I'm gonna pull 1 worker towards my 3rd. Should just hit it right as it gets 300. Place that drone I pulled off.
Require more minerals.
The reason I get a 16 hatch instead of a 17 hatch is because my first 2 lings pop at the same time. And I can get 2 queens at the same time, which helps me with my inject cycles at the beginning. When I have 1 inject, I know I have a 2nd inject at the same time. I don't need to delay it by a couple seconds. It's not as efficient, I guess.
Mine more minerals. You can't buy stuff on credit in this game.
A little bit late on that pool. I don't know why. Might be making a couple mistakes at the beginning. I think. I forgot my first drone. That's why. When you miss your first drone, it delays your larva here by a couple seconds, and it actually delays your worker finishing. And I should have actually selected a different drone to do that. So that was just my mistake. I'm gonna drone it to 21 now. I'm gonna talk less and less through these plays. Anytime I look at the minimap, I'm just looking for proxies, or I'm looking for where his Reaper is pathing. Now we're waiting till 52. Basically, as that finishes. Pool was late. Larva was late.
We need more money. Minerals.
Overlord immediately. This is when you should see the Reaper pop out. You can see what way it's moving. If he's moving up towards here or more down south. Now we're going to drone up to 28. We're going to hold down the Zergling button. This is when the guy's here, so we're going to be microing, hold down the button. And then 31, inject, tumor, pull them both down, replace the queen at the natural, at the main, get an overlord. That goes out towards your 3rd. You check to see if he's expanding or what he's doing or tech-wise, and you drone up to 26. Put 1 queen down by the base down here. As soon as 36 is done, as soon as you have enough larva for an overlord, you should be able to creep spread. There it is. Then inject here, 2 into gas, 40 supply. We're gonna get a queen. We're gonna drone up to 44. We're not gonna get an overlord here because our 3rd base is just about to finish. Inject the first queen there. Queen comes out at 44. I made an extra drone on accident. 44 workers, so you get the queen, you get an overlord.
Not enough energy.
Overlord, 1 set of lings. Ling is gonna go to the main attack path. The 3rd base. Sorry about that. Oof.
We must place that on. A new queen has emerged. Evolution complete.
So we're drawing up to 44. This guy is going to go over here. Overlord, queen, 3 lings. Oh my god.
Whoa, need more energy.
There's 4. Overlord, queen, overlord, ling up to 66. Lings and queens are in separate sides. Now at 66, 1 overlord, 2 overlords, 3 overlords spread out, inject cycle, and we drone up to 51. And at 51, our 7th queen hatches right here.
We mined 8 minerals at a time.
Alright, so lair, Evo Baneling Nest. Replace these 3 workers.
A new queen has emerged. Whoa, need more energy.
Now re-rally out to all of your main mineral patches. If you need to make links to defend yourself, you can, but you should have enough to defend Hellions and stuff like that. We drone up to 66. As you oversaturate your mineral lines, that's when you take your gas. Do not take your gas before your mineral lines are oversaturated. If you're floating minerals here, take your 4th base now, right about 5 minutes. As soon as your Evos are done, you'll be doing +1. We're droning up to 68. We're going to saturate all of the minerals on these. Make sure to keep making drones during this, or making lings during this to not float money. Hydro stand by 6 minutes. More lings. Little supply block. My mistake.
We need more money. We must spawn more overlords.
Got a couple. Oh my goodness, I'm misclicking everywhere.
Need more energy. We require more overlords. Not enough energy. Your forces are under attack.
There's a massive supply block, guys.
Not enough minerals. Not enough energy.
Now we're gonna start doing
You need more energy, little guy.
the 15 Hydra trick I told you. So watch my group number 2. I'm not even gonna need to look at it.
You have
Sorry. Got all kinds of.
need more energy. You're under attack. Siege. Mine more minerals. You can't buy stuff on
Now I can keep track of how many Hydras I have without really thinking about it.
You need more minerals. Mutation complete.
There's 15 Hydras. As soon as 15 Hydras is done, +2.
We need more
Infestation pit. Replace the worker. Now we're gonna drone up to 75.
money. You have not.
If you haven't drawn to 75 at this point, 15 Hydras and an assload of lings is enough to defend yourself. Drone to 75, and you're just going to saturate this mineral base. Drone to 66, and we're actually going to take our 5th base now. And we're going to keep droning, or keep making workers now. I didn't send an overseer out because I'm not in an actual game, and I forgot that there's an opponent.
We need more money. Minerals. We're running out of minerals. You have not. Whoa. We need more energy.
So,
guy.
extra gas, extra energy, start your hive, and then we're going to get 4
More minerals. You can't buy stuff on credit.
infestors because we should be floating enough gas for that. Actually, I didn't play perfect. I've got enough for a 5th infestor, so I'll get it. And I usually have them follow my Hydras, and then I just max out. I should have Overlords popping here very soon. I don't. I have no Overlords made
Need more energy.
because I'm bad. He's not doing anything. So this game, we're getting just supply block forever because I haven't. Not used to talking this much while I play. There we go. So maxed out by 912, but we could have done it much faster if I didn't get supply blocked. Now, what we usually do here is
Complete.
start a layer,
Sufficient Vespine gas.
mainlings,
Need more energy.
Inject.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Mutation complete.
Ugh.
Whoa. Need
Oh,
more
I look
energy,
terrible.
guy.
So I get +3, adrenal glands. There it is. There it is. My goodness. 1 second. 1 second. I sneezed. I talked through it and I messed it up. So I'm going to try to do less talking this time again. And I'm going to try to play even cleaner. Not get supply block this time. Hopefully these repetitions let you understand where you should be careful of things. But I have the exact same thing for the first 5 minutes. Every game is the same. I usually play this pattern. You can't just blind do this build in a match. You have to understand when you can and can't do these type of things. But my best advice to you is memorize it. Do this build. And even if you scout something, and you don't know how to react to it, don't react to it. Just continue your build as you do standard. Just 100% stock standard, exactly what you always do. Don't put anything different. Don't put anything in a different spot. Don't try to make any more lings than you usually do at that time. Don't do anything different. And then when you die, understand why you died and what you needed. So did you need 1 more set of lings, or did you need 10 more sets of lings? Did you need 10 more sets of lings right when you scouted it, or did you need 10 more sets of lings a minute and a half later after you scouted it? The only way to know that is to just die to it. And after you die to it, then you adjust your build order where you say, okay, if I see that he's got a barracks and then a factory before he's going command center, I need to stop at 36 workers. I can stop at 36 workers and drop a roach warden, and I get 1 more gas as soon as I drop the roach warden. After 36 workers, jump back to 36, start a 3rd queen, and then I'll have 10 roaches before he comes across the map with anything. That's how you adjust a build. Don't just do things if you don't know what you're doing. My best advice is if you want to get your MMR high, it takes a lot longer because you're just going to lose a lot of games. But if you don't know what you're doing, learn to scout. Learn what that means by losing, and then adjust your build order as you see fit after you lose to it, and you have a precise reaction to whatever you scout. So if I don't know what he's doing, sometimes I'll try something that I know works with other things, like, oh, a Protoss is doing a 3-gate opener. That's probably similar to when a Terran does a factory expand. So I react to a factory expand as Terran as this, and I'll try that against Protoss. And a lot of times it's like, oh, that worked. So I don't need to do anything different. And I just have this reaction is if I see, some early aggression before they're expanding, then I know I can defend it with this type of thing. And sometimes you have to figure out a different defense, where if they come across the map with blue flame Hellions at like 4 minutes and you just have a bunch of lings, well, guess what? You lost, and you're going to need to figure out how to adjust your build to not just lose to a bunch of blue flame Hellions at 4 minutes. Or Widowmine drops or something like that. You're going to need to figure this out.
You have not enough minerals. We require more minerals. We need more money. Minerals. You have not enough minerals. Mine more minerals. You can't buy stuff on credit in this game. Not enough energy. You need more minerals. In my day, we mined 8 minerals at a time. You have not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. You need more minerals. In my day, we mined 8 minerals at a time.
Queen.
Not enough minerals.
Overlord. Creep.
Unacceptable command.
Got a 44.
Minerals. You can't buy stuff on credit in this
Got an
game.
Overlord. Oh, I already got it.
Need more energy.
Alright.
Not enough minerals. Whoa. Need more energy. Evolution. Not enough energy. You need more minerals.
There we go. I'm getting it this time. So you can see I'm spending my larva super efficiently this game, that I'm not talking about it.
A new queen has emerged.
Mine more minerals.
You can't buy stuff on credit in this game.
We require more minerals.
We must place that on creep.
Unacceptable command.
A new queen.
Mine more minerals.
You can't buy stuff on credit in this game.
You should be fighting for cash. You should be trying to be like, God damn, I need
New queen.
cash.
We must place that on.
Not enough energy.
61.
We must.
Unacceptable command.
If you really didn't know this, maybe this isn't the best video for you, but if you hover over your supply, you can see how many workers you have.
Whoa. Need more energy, little guy. We require more overlords.
You
I
need
get
more.
supply blocked again.
We must place that on creep.
Need more.
Insufficient vesting gas. Mine more minerals.
You can't buy
So you can
stuff
see
on
this
credit.
game, I don't have as many macro hatches.
Damage.
Whoa. Need more energy, little guy.
Not enough energy.
There's the Hydro accounting trick. Have 5,
Unacceptable.
Need
6.
more energy.
We're running out of minerals back.
A creep to
You're under attack. Siege up.
Unacceptable command.
Not enough Vespian. Price control. Not enough. Not enough energy.
We've got 15 Hydras now. We're gonna go
Mutation complete.
Whoa. You need more energy.
drone up to
little guy.
75.
Need more minerals.
You can't buy. Not enough energy.
Oh shit, we didn't get the infestation pit.
We you take.
Okay, +2/+2.
Mine more minerals.
You can't buy stuff on credit in this game.
Let's
Evolution.
get this real quick. Hold position on our Hydras.
Whoa. You need more energy. You have not enough minerals.
Money, 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 money.
There we go. Oh, there we go. Already got it. Sweet.
Need more.
Boom, boom.
Not
Got a couple
Insufficient Vespene gas.
infestors. They're gonna follow their Hydras.
We must spawn more overlords. We need more money.
Minerals.
Not enough energy.
Again, a little bit supply blocked.
Been mined out.
Not enough Vespian gas. Price control.
Now, if I've been on my Inject all game,
Need more energy.
830, max out with Lingbane Hydra. Drop all your gas into Banelings.
Pull my finger, Artosis.
Whoa.
Now, at this point, we're gonna expand out to the other gases at 75 workers.
Command.
You're maxed out. Good job, never keeping like
6 base.
Need more energy.
You're engaging the opponent.
Shields depleted.
You're at max supply.
I don't know what this lag is from. I'm playing computer. So there you go. That was much better. I still got a little bit supply blocked right about right as I'm getting up to right as I'm finishing my hydras. There we go. I played some computers. How many of these have I played? I started this on 3. Let's do 2 more. Let's do 2 more. We're just gonna keep going against easy computer. Let's do a different map maybe. Let's go Nightshade. So same thing, just different map, different scenery. Exactly the same thing. I'm not changing a damn thing about it. And I suggest just get into a game and practice this build order until you don't need to think about it anymore. And then play it on the ladder. And as soon as you figure out, oh my god, I'm lost in my build order. Why did you get lost in your build order and where was it? When the Reaper first came in, did you remember to drone up to 28 workers and start speed right at 28 supply? When the Hellions came in, did you remember to start another Queen right at 44 supply on your 3rd base as it hatched? And then start the Overlord as soon as that was done as well?
You need more minerals.
I can tell you exactly what to do any part of this build order from any point as long as you tell me what supply I'm on. That's how I base myself. Not so much time. I know that by exactly 5 minutes, what I should be, I should have 7 queens, 44 workers, and 20 lings with 10 overlords right at 5 minutes if I'm playing perfectly.
We require more minerals.
We need more monies.
Minerals.
Proxies. Put this down before 113.
You need
A little bit late. Fucked up one of the drones at the very beginning. Check for proxies. Or any shenanigans. And you might be thinking, Danberg, you're doing a Ling Queen opener, but the meta right now is Hellions. Yeah. Don't attack it. Stay on your creep. That's why the creep is so important. So you'll be seeing I'm really focusing on creep spread as much as I can. I have my first creep tuned in. First creep is at 36, second creep is at 44. I'll do it. So first creep is at 36, second creep is at 44. I have it memorized. I'll show you exactly why. Let's do gas. Lings go to the ramp to defend against wherever Sneaky Reaper should come in. You should be seeing the Reaper run across right now. Is he going towards your natural? Is he going towards your 3rd? Is he going towards your home?
Mine more minerals.
You can't buy stuff on credit in this game.
So Overlord's going to go here. This is when the Reaper comes in. Already got my 3rd down, so I don't need to worry about it. 27. Here's the Reaper.
We mined 8 minerals.
Holding down the drone key. Holding down. I put my spawning pool on 3. So while I'm microing, I can just flip over to 3 and hold down that button
We must a new queen.
to get
Not enough minerals.
links quick. 31. We're going to start a Queen.
We require more minerals.
Overlord.
Mine
Going towards the
more
drop
minerals.
area. Droppable area. Drone up to 36. One Queen goes by the base to inject. One Queen goes over here. Just a little bit of time. See what they're doing. So 36. Here we go. Want to get an Overlord. Then we're going to have this Creep Tumor. Overlord. Creep Tumor. Drone up. 36. 2 back into gas. Up to 40. Get a Queen. Always see what they're trying to do. They'll probably be rallying crap out right here, right now, so you can see it.
You have not
Another Overlord.
A new queen has
Actually, they didn't need that one. So we're going to skip this Overlord here because we just got the Overlord at 42 instead of 43. Get 1 set of Lings. This Ling is going to go to attack path. This one's going to go to the 3rd. The rest of the Lings stay at home. We're going to drone up to 44 workers. So there it was. At 44, I missed it, but there was the second tumor. Or, there was the second creep at 44 supply. Then the next one is at 44 workers. Usually if I did this one on time.
a new queen. Not enough energy.
Forgot to rally out to my 3rd.
Whoa, we need more energy.
So 44 workers, Queen. Overlord, 3 lings. This queen should come out.
Queen has emerged.
Queen,
More minerals.
Overlord.
You need more minerals.
Lings up to 66. These are here to defend the Hellions. These are here to defend the Hellions. 3 Overlords. Drawn up to 51.
Minerals.
You can't buy stuff on credit in this game.
Unacceptable.
51, you should be having a queen. Let's go. Evo, Evo.
A new queen has emerged. You need more minerals.
Baneling Nest. Place these 3 workers.
A new queen has emerged. Not enough.
Now we have 3 perfectly saturated bases, so if we need all in right here, we can. Just all in mass Ling Bane if we need it.
Need more and
But I know I don't want to do that, so we're going to rally out to these bases, and we're going to hold down the drone key until we're at 66. We're actually going to go to our 4th base right now at 5 minutes.
we need more money.
Minerals.
Not enough
Oh.
energy.
So we've oversaturated these bases. Now we get the gas. Drawn up to 66. 3 Overlords, because we always get supply blocked here. He should be saying if he doesn't have a 3rd by now. So let's start +1/+1.
Unacceptable.
Not enough minerals.
Layers finished. He goes into there. He goes into there. 3 goes into there. 3 goes into there. Zerglings. Macro hatch. Oh my god. Macro hatch.
You need
We're
more
gonna get
minerals.
a Hydra this stand, and we're gonna get Baneling speed.
Gas.
Pull my finger, Artosis.
Lings.
We require more.
Creep. Haven't been creep spreading in a while because I suck. Very soon we should be at
More
the Hydralisks.
Need more energy.
Get a couple more Overlords here. We're gonna get an Overseer. We're gonna send into the base.
Not enough energy.
Start both of our Hydralisk upgrades, and now we're gonna do the Hydralisk trick.
Unacceptable command.
You have not enough minerals.
So I don't need to keep a count on what I'm doing. I can be focusing on checking the minimap, and I don't need to be counting behind this. I don't know, I have 11 Hydras, because that's what my 2 is for.
Money.
Minerals.
There's 15. Infestation Pit, drawn up to 75.
More minerals.
In my
Unacceptable command.
And we are defensive with the Hydras until the upgrades are done.
Mutation complete. So creative.
we require more minerals.
+2/+2.
More money.
Minerals.
5 workers, we hit it. Keep spread. Made a couple more Hydras on accident, that was a mistake. We're getting
Insufficient vessel.
extra energy. We're starting the hive.
Not enough
Let's go for a massive macro. I'm gonna start this up here. Now we're gonna start getting. We're gonna spend our gas on infestors, and I put them back on 2 so I can know exactly when I have 4.
You need more minerals.
In my day, we mined 8 minerals at a time.
I rally them out to my Hydras, and they'll stay with my Hydras.
Not enough minerals.
Unacceptable command.
You need more minerals.
In my
3.
Whoa. Need more energy, little guy.
4.
Spawn more Overlord.
Should be getting these Overlords here soon. There it is, and max out.
Evolution complete.
Boom. Maxed. Got an evolution. We're gonna get a Spire.
Not
Our forces are under
Very soon we will have
You're at max supply.
make a couple Banelings.
You're under
Adrenal glands is way more important than 3-3 because a 0-0 adrenal glands ling does actually more damage than a +3 plus, well, 3-3 doesn't really do any damage. But adrenal glands, you do more damage with 0-0 with adrenal glands than if you had +3 attack with Zerglings, if they were attacking at the same time. So +3 adrenal glands, as the term is cracklings, because it's like they're on crack and they just run around and kill stuff as soon as they can. They're amazing. So we're going to do a game. You know what, let's just do a game against a computer, whatever. Let's just do a game. It doesn't matter what we're fighting against. I don't have anyone to spar with right now on the ladder, because it's a weird time in Korea. Apparently I'm downloading something. Sorry, give me a second. My goodness. I don't play against a computer. I'm playing it against a computer in a while, I guess. Okay, so we're going to do the exact same build, but I'm going to do it against something so you can see kind of how it's utilized. So we're on Simulacrum against a random computer. That's fine. I don't really care. It's just a computer, just so we can fight something.
Have fun.
We're going to still scout for a proxy, even though I know it's not going to have a proxy.
In my day, we mined 8 minerals.
13, let's go check over here for if there's going to be anything funky.
You have
Proxy
not-
starport with a liberator coming out or something like that. And it goes across there. We're going to make sure that we're mining from the closest mineral patches as much as possible. Set our camera locations. Here's a cool trick. If you're playing, and this build is very anti-block my third. It's very, very anti-block your third. But let's say, just in case, that a Terran finds and he's going to come over and block your third. He sends an early worker or something like that, and he's going to come over here and block your third or something. All right, this is where we are right now. I'll show you what you can do. So I always set my camera locations this very specific way. All right,
We require more minerals.
my camera 4 hotkey at the beginning of the game is my other potential third base. So I could take a third base here, or I could take a third base here. I really should take this as my fourth, but I want to expand up here. But just in case, let's say he sends something at me. I'll show you how to deal with it. I'll show you how to deal with it. It's very easy and it's a very nice trick.
In my day, we mined 8 minerals at a time.
So he's going to try to block my third here. This is what the Terran's going to do. I see right now an SCV is coming by this Overlord. I go, oh damn it, okay, he's going to try to block. He's going to try to block me. I got to deal with this. I'm not changing anything about the build at all, except for one little thing. So still droning up to 21. Still skipping the 19 Overlord. I'm still going to pull one off at 52 gas, but I'll show you what I'm going to do with it instead. Alrighty, here we go. I'll show you. So instead of it going to my natural, this guy at 52 gas, it's going to go to my fourth, and this one's going to go to my third. So now, I see the SCV going over here. I can either take it here, or I can take it here. So if I show up and he goes, oh, there's an SCV, boom, just take that one instead. Easy. And I still have 300 gas. I still have 300 minerals exactly. And I only lose the minerals for one worker walking here and back. So like, I think it's like potentially 10 minerals or 15 minerals or something like that. Which at this point of the game is a lot. Alright. It's a lot. But that's where we are. Okay, I'm going to see if he's expanding or not yet. My nose is terrible today. I'm like really dying here. Send this over here. Okay.
Not enough minerals.
Get another queen.
Mine more minerals.
Want to get an Overlord.
Buy stuff on credit in this game.
Looks like he has more than one barracks.
You need more minerals.
Still going to get Overlord. Creep spread.
We require more overlords.
Come on, it was a little bit late.
Not enough
40 supply, get a queen.
We require more
44. Let's see if he's got a natural or not. Yes, he does. Okay.
A new queen has
Out. Queen.
You need more minerals.
Overlord.
my day.
One set of lings. Let's see what he's doing. So let's send a ling out to his attack path. And let's send one over to this third base over here.
Unacceptable.
44 supply. We get another one. And we're drawn up to 44 workers. Alright, there it is.
Need more energy.
Protect over here. Another Overlord, another Queen. Overlord, 3 Lings. So it looks like he's banking up quite a few. I'm just going to send one more Ling out over here to scout. Queen, Overlord, 2 Lings. Oops, fucked up. 1, 2, 3 Overlords. So we're up to 51. I don't know if there's going to be a Cloak Banshee or not, so about 4:30 I'm going to get 1 Spore per base, right before I'm starting to drone up and get my lair.
We need more money. A new queen.
So I want to drone up to 52
Need more energy, little guy.
to 66 workers as soon as I can.
Energy.
Looks like he's massing out a bunch of we're going to wait until we get an overseer there.
Not enough minerals. You need more minerals.
+1/+1.
Enough Vespian gas.
Price controlled. Only 5 gas.
Not enough energy.
That kind of gas.
Insufficient Vespian gas.
Oh my god! Floating so many minerals!
Whoa. Need more energy, little guy.
You need more minerals.
In my day.
2 evos. Okay, here comes the
Spawn more.
Unacceptable command.
Not enough minerals.
shit. And again, we got supply blocked because we didn't get the workers that we needed
Not enough
at.
minerals.
Money, 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 money.
We didn't get the overloads we needed after we hit 66 workers. So this is a consistent problem I'm having. Let's go see what he's doing over here. So I always put a scouting overlord on 7. Now we're gonna do the Hydralisk trick.
Unacceptable.
And I can do this while I'm creep spreading.
On credit in this game.
So I don't need to actually count each individual Hydra I'm making. I can just look down and see okay, I'm at 11. All about trying to make this game as easy as it can. 15.
Need more energy.
Start +2.
Not enough energy.
Now we're gonna go for
Minerals.
Money, 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 money.
75 workers.
Mutation complete. So create.
Evolution complete.
Mineral field depleted.
Looks like it's bio.
You need more minerals.
In my day, you might
Your forces are under attack.
We were
That feels good.
So we want to start Hive by 8:30, like I said. Or we start getting some infestors. Those are going to replace a hotkey too. Let's get an overseer just in case he has some cloak shit.
We must play
Your warriors have engaged the
You
enemy.
require more Vespian gas.
I fucked up and put.
You need more minerals.
It's mass bio, which is excellent for us.
enough minerals.
Unacceptable.
Evolution complete.
Not enough energy.
At 9:30, a little bit late on the.
Need more energy.
A little bit late.
You're under attack. Siege up.
Unacceptable.
I unbound all my army, so I had to use select all there.
Taking damage.
Mutation complete.
Not enough Vespian gas.
Price control. 5 gas per barrel. Our forces are under attack. You're at max supply.
A creep tumor's under attack.
+3.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Your forces are under attack.
+2.
Mutation complete. So creative. Not
Gonna
enough
start getting
Vespian
some
gas.
Vipers now.
Price controlled. Only 5 gas per barrel. That field's been mined
We're
out.
all right.
You're capped out. Time to make some. You're engaging the opponent.
We're going to Broods.
Not enough Vespian gas.
Price controlled. Only 5 gas per barrel. Wow, you're capped out. Time to make some room.
Your forces are under attack.
Whoa, need more energy, little guy. You're under attack. Siege up. We're running out of minerals. Wow, you're capped out. You're engaging the opponent.
Not enough energy. Mineral field depleted.
You're at max supply.
Need not
Our
enough
forces are under attack.
I'm gonna put this group on control group 0.
Need more energy.
So I have a little harass group that can run around.
Whoa, need more energy, little guy.
And if you're trying to figure out what I'm doing, I'm sucking. But also, I'm trying to look at that army as little bit as possible. Make sure I'm injecting. Alright, and there it is. So, hopefully you learned a little bit of something. I'm going to put the build order in the description below. And this is the build that I do all the time on the ladder over here in Korea. And right now this season I'm a little bit low on Terran. It's been a little bit of a rough spot. But overall, I go North America instead. I have more games in NA. I just switched over to Korea at the beginning of this year. I have more games in NA, and I did the same build in NA, so it's not like I'm doing anything funky over here. So North America, I'm at, I think I'm just under. It's been a month since I played the ladder over here, but I'm about 4K MMR over here. And my race report right now, 54% against Zerg is overall, against Terran overall. This is my strongest build. ZVZ, I'll do another build order for you guys there. And ZVP right now, I'm having a lot of trouble actually in ZVP. But yeah, this is an issue I've been working on. But hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you learned something. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.